Hey guys, I want to talk to you about accepting, allowing, and surrendering. For those who are not new to embodiment, those might seem like easy words, and I may have said that they were easy words too, but I have found that the practice is so much deeper than I thought. What it means to, right, first to even know that you're experiencing something, right? Notice, oh, hurt has come up. Oh, there's a pain in my back. There's tightness in my chest. There's grief. Really even noticing that that's happening in the body is a huge step. Sometimes I think we often notice these things when they become huge and they're overwhelming, but do we notice them when they're subtle and just kind of living in there, and maybe something that has been repressed or been sitting in the body. So then just noticing, and then really accepting that it's there, right? There's a part of us that really resists feeling and experiencing what's actually happening in the body. I thought I was a pretty embodied person, and I've been sort of shocked and surprised at how much is actually happening in my body that I'm not tracking. Noticing it and then accepting it, allowing it to be there, noticing the resistance to feeling the pain or the hurt or the disappointment or the grief or jealousy, whatever it looks like. We don't get to acceptance by pushing away the resistance. We have to also accept the resistance. What part of us is resisting what's actually happening? And through accepting, we start moving into allowing, right? Like really allowing the experience, really allowing the hurt to be there. Sometimes we talk about it as honoring what's there. And it's so tricky to even explain what that's like. It's kind of like, when you're really cold, and you may start like squeezing and tensing up and you're resisting the cold, but you may have experienced a moment where you were cold and you just relaxed into the cold, like you allow yourself the experience of cold, and then it changes. It doesn't feel so painful and so hard. It's kind of like that. Allowing is like when your resistance has really been allowed as well, and then you can start really letting the pain be there, letting the disappointment be there, and really feel it, really let it take and fill the whole body, if that's what's needed. And then there's the aspect of surrender, which is, like, I kind of think of it as like leaning back into the experience, really letting go of everything and really letting the sensations really be felt deeply. It's sort of like a child that's screaming, right? And needs attention, empathy. And we can easily just say, like, can you stop crying? Like, we can try to push it away. But what's it like if we really take them in and just hold them? And we don't try to fix anything. We don't try to change it. We just hold them. What's that like? So accepting, allowing, and surrendering, all three of those are a way to honor what's actually arising in you. And when that happens, and you're holding stillness, it begins to merge, and the gap between stillness and whatever the sensation is begins to close. And that's when things get really juicy. And often you might start feeling some relief, and you'll often think you're done. But then there's usually some subtle integrations there when it starts getting closer. And that's where it's really helpful to have a guide. Like, that's a lot of how I've learned, is having mentors who are helping me see the gaps that I can't see. It's easier for someone outside of us often to sense and see the things we can't see. So I really recommend working with someone who can sense those things. And help you close those final gaps. Where is there still a gap between the sensation and stillness? And when you look back on the situation or whatever created the sensation, what's there now? It can change into something new. But me personally, I'm experiencing a whole new level after maybe 3 years of like really deeply doing this embodiment work. I've been doing it for much longer, but this intense particular focus on sensations and stillness and closing that gap. I'm experiencing a whole new level of what it means to honor. And just yesterday, I was experiencing all the tightness in my jaw. I was like really feeling all the subtle muscles and ligaments, and I was working with cavities in my teeth, and what it meant to really honor. Like I can feel the soreness when I touch it, and I get it massaged, but to really let myself feel and honor the pain that is there. It feels related to the amount of stillness that I'm also embodying, and has continued to be cultivated through my practice. So that's kind of this interesting terrain, but it just seems like there's always a deeper level of surrender. There's a deeper level of honoring what's actually happening in our body, and I just continue to be amazed by that. I hope that's helpful.